So this video is going to be about how to deal with your losses and losing streaks, as I saw that some of you guys are struggling with this. I started this Discord 5 weeks ago, and the first 3 weeks were crazy good. Like, if I had to rank how a week can be, a bad week is when you end up in drawdown. A mid-week is break even, which is not too bad. A good week is everything above 1%, and a very good week is everything above 4%. And guess what? In the first 3 weeks, every week was at least 7%. One of those were even 15% or something for me, which is crazy. Like, it's underappreciated from you guys because you're beginners, and it's fine that you don't really know how crazy this is, but this affects your psychology because you've seen the good side now and you're not ready for the bad side. The bad side is choppy price action, market condition is bad, you don't find no setups, and even worse is when you have losing streaks, which equals to losing weeks. Wait till you get losing weeks, bro. Then your psychology is going to really mess with you and your emotions. But guess what? This happens. Like, I'm almost 3 years in this now, and I've had a lot of losing weeks. But the biggest point in this is that you gotta stay consistent once you have the fundamentals and like the strategy and sticking to the rules and something. You just have to stay consistent with it because you know that it will work. No matter how many losses you get, no matter how many losing weeks or losing streaks you have, you will end up getting payouts and making money from that if your strategy and everything else is profitable. And obviously, the strategy is profitable because it gives you opportunities, and I've made a lot of money with that already. So one thing you can always look for is look at me. Like, I'm not saying you have to look up to me, but I'm just saying when you have a bad week or a losing week, look at me and watch if I have a bad week too. Because if I have made profits on a day you have made losses, you've had losses, then guess what? It's your fault. Because if I can make profits, why wouldn't you can? Like, why wouldn't you could? Bro, I don't know how to say it in English, but why couldn't you then? Like, why couldn't you make profits with the same strategy as well? So obviously you're doing something wrong. And last week was choppy, as you guys know, but I still made profits. This week is kind of slow so far, but I still made profits. It's just, you gotta blame yourself and you gotta be ready for those losses, because you ever saw me in the Discord getting mad at my losses? Of course, it's a bit different because I'm up on almost every of my accounts and I cannot lose anymore. And let me explain you why I can't lose anymore. So when you get a funded account, okay, let's say you got a 100k funded account, funded challenge, and somehow you pass phase 1, somehow you pass phase 2, somehow you get your first payout. Not somehow, it's just hard work and consistency. But I'm just saying, like, you're on the point where you have your first payout, right? You have your first payout, and guess what? Let's say you made 5% on the 100K account, which is 5K. You don't get the 5K. You get the 5K and what you paid for the challenge as a refund as well. Maybe you forgot, but the funded challenges have a refundable fee. What you pay for the funded challenge is mostly refundable. And once you get that refund plus the payout, you're up now. You're up. And guess what? You cannot lose anything now. So you can't be down, because let's say you lose this live account now. Guess what? You didn't lose anything. You even had a payout, because when you had the payout, you had a refund of what you paid. So you cannot even lose anything once you had one payout on account, because the worst case is you lose the account, but you still had a payout. So it's a bit psychology reset, I would say. And what I would say is, yeah, just just get used to losses. Don't get mad at them. Don't try to find out always why did it happen. It doesn't have a reason always. You could have an A plus setup which ends up hitting stop loss. Guess what? It hit stop loss. You cannot do anything about it now. You cannot do anything about it now except of staying consistent and keep going. Because you know that staying consistent will pay off, because the strategy is working still almost every day, even on slow days. But the only thing is that market condition is not that good. But you backtest it, you can forward test it, you will see the strategy is still working. So there's still a way that you can make money off this. But the only one who's messing it up is you. I feel a bit bad for you guys, because the last weeks, the first 3 weeks especially, I didn't have almost any losses. Today I've had a loss. And this shows you guys, like, I think it gives you guys a feeling that as a good trader you never have losses. But guess what? I have losses as well. I have a lot of losses as well, but it's just this month was pretty good, and I was a bit lucky that always I missed a trade, and or I didn't take, it was a loss. And yeah, it's just sometimes, of course, you're lucky as well in trading, but you have positioned yourself to get lucky. You're not lucky out of nowhere. So yeah, get that in your mind. You're going to lose. You have to be okay with losing. If you're not okay with losing in trading, stop trading, bro. Quit trading. And if you don't want to quit, then be okay with losing, because losing is a very, very big part of your trading journey. And okay, so now, how do you deal with losses and losing streaks? You accept them. But you try to prevent them. You cannot fully prevent them, but you try to minimize your amount of losses and maximize your amount of wins. You know, the thing I showed in live session, I uploaded it in the recording section as well. The risk management thing, this table about risk reward and win rate. Look at it and see what you like, what it takes to get profitable and what it takes to get unprofitable, what it takes to be break even. Look at it and try to understand this, because it's really not that crazy. It's not complicated. It's just your psychology, consistency, and hard work. You cannot think that I give you this strategy and now you're going to use it and boom, you're going to get profitable and payouts and making money printing it. Bro, it took me 8 months to get profitable. It took that one guy in my Discord 3 months to get his first payout. But you're not the same as everyone else. You just have to be your own. Your way is unique, and if someone is getting profitable after 3 months, it doesn't mean you have to get profitable after 3 months. You might take longer, and you most likely will take longer, but you don't have to rush it. You shouldn't rush it. So yeah, that was kind of it with how to deal with losses. Just stay consistent, as I said. You don't find a reason always, but almost every time you can find a reason. When I'm not losing, then you're doing something wrong if you lose still. Yeah, that was kind of it.